والآن مع الدكتور مؤنس شجاع يبدأ المحور الأول للمؤتمر التكنولوجيا الصحية والطب عن بعد. تفضل دكتور مؤنس معنا تفتح المحور الأول مع جزيل الشكر.
الله يزيد فضلك، يا أهلا وسهلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. واضح الصوت دكتور هنادي؟
واضح تفضل.
نعم. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه أجمعين. مجدد الترحيب بكم اليوم الثاني في المؤتمر الافتراضي الدولي الخليجي الخامس، تكنو ريادة الأعمال وتكنو الاقتصاد. نفتتح جلستنا لهذا اليوم مع الدكتور عصام حسن، Facility of the College of Economic and Business Administration, University of Technology مسقط. دكتور عصام موجود؟
موجود يمكن بالقاعة الثانية، بس في عندنا بعد كذلك متحدث من اليابان سيشارك. دكتور كوبيتا. دكتور كوبيتا is there. دكتور كوبيتا، بس دقيقة.
تفضل. الدكتور عصام موجود معنا.
الله وبركاته، كيف الحال؟
دكتور عصام
السلام.
يعطيك العافية. يا هلا دكتور عصام، تفضل دكتور عصام، لكن راح يكون في عندك مشاركة من اليابان دكتور كابيتا، فتقدر تبتدي الآن. تفضل.
شكرا جزيلا، شكرا، بارك الله فيكم. مشكورين على حسن الاستضافة بداية، ويشرفنا أن نكون معكم في هذا المؤتمر الجميل، وأتمنى التوفيق لكل المشاركين والحاضرين إن شاء الله. Well, today I'll be presenting about or I'll be speaking about the need of focusing on healthcare as well as telemedicine, and how we can embed innovation and entrepreneurship and AI. To start with, is it possible to share? I do have a PPT. Is it possible to share? إذا في مجال؟
نعم. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, تمام. Yeah, this I think so. It's now shared, if I'm not mistaken. واضح Okay, تمام. Good.
Yeah. نعم واضح.
ممتاز. So, healthcare, telemedicine, and innovation. We do have these concepts about innovation, technology transfer, and we speak about as well as entrepreneurship and AI. It's there as well. How we can embed these terminologies in the healthcare sector and telemedicine. Let's start with the first point, which is about one of the aspects that we could focus on is having remote surgeries, teleradiology, Internet of Things could be embedded in health sector. And let's say embedding robotic surgeries might be emphasized, and we might need that aspect more, especially in the GCC countries, and to develop people who can use that robotic surgeries, for example. Adding the blockchain of secure patient records. Let's say that now we are in the era of a multidisciplinary and cross-disciplinary, and it doesn't mean we are not interrelated. No, we are interrelated. So embedding technology might need to focus on the trust, how to make it trust, and people feel it's secure. So safety and security of privacy of data of patients very important. One of the examples of innovative tools is to use the 3D printing. Lately, people started to use 3D printing in some of the surgeries. So like bone surgeries, they are using 3D printing. So how that could be implemented as well. I'll just add telemedicine startups. We have telemedicine startups could come to the market it could be created. We might have a fear that AI could take some of the jobs, but we could have telemedicine startups and invest in that as well. Monetizing innovation, like for example, we can have subscription models. You have an application, you can subscribe in it, and you can get the services that you need. It's a data-driven healthcare. We need to go to that level of automation, getting the data. It's not enough to have a data, but how to utilize this data. Positioning telemedicine as an innovative solution. This is one of the things that could be implemented as well, but this might need a change of a mindset of people that who are in the health sector, people who are using the technology as a patient, how the technology adoption could be implemented very well within the community and among stakeholders as well. Storytelling, highlighting on patient success stories through using innovative ideas and technology, using testimonials and case studies in the campaigns. Now, the reason of this presentation is to say that healthcare industry might need to focus on business ideas, marketing ideas, entrepreneurship and innovation, and that could open a lot of doors as well. Innovative focused curricula medical schools. This is one of the points that could take us to the metaverse and the edutech and how that could be implemented among, let's say, medical schools, especially that the need of enhancing the skills of students, Generation Z are there, so Generation Y, how that could be tackled. The partnership between edutech companies, healthcare providers, private sector, public sector, community, education institutions. So the role of having edutech in supporting innovation is very important. Metaverse simulation, as mentioned, and we have a cross-disciplinary collaboration, as it was in the beginning mentioned as well. Scaling innovation to understand different markets. Well, absolutely, the medical is a part of, it's one of the sectors in the economy. And there is something called, let's say, medical tourism, how that could be enhanced. The need to work on people's knowledge, skills, and abilities, how to have the best doctors. So that particular country could be a hub of let's say, people who are professional specified in specific areas. Develop innovative workforce. I'll just highlight on some of the data from Scopus database showing the numbers of studies related to healthcare, telemedicine, and innovation. And there is a huge, let's say, a tremendous increase in the studies. And we can see, but then it started a little bit to come lower, but then started to increase again. United States was the most country or territory, followed by United Kingdom, publishing or having papers on these aspects. Healthcare, telemedicine, and AI. Well, to define the role of AI in diagnosing and diagnosing the diseases, this is one of the things. Secondly, predictive analytics and robotic surgery, as mentioned. The other point is the role of telemedicine, especially by having AI chatbots, virtual health assistants, and that could be for the rural areas as well as for the old people who cannot go to the hospitals. And the early disease detection, especially when you have a data-driven insights. It's a cost reduction through automation, but that means, again, the organizational culture of the healthcare providers and sectors as a public or provider or a public or a private hospitals can think about it. So it's a change of an organization culture towards automation, AI, and utilizing technology. AI in supply chain could help as well in inventory optimization, the predictive and maintenance of medical equipment, what should be tackled, personalized patient communication using AI now. This is the way that could be the human touch as well, which is lacking in AI, how that could be emphasized, and targeting health campaigns through data analysis using Google Ads or telehealth services. Educational technology integration, as we say, the simulation, AI-driven, VR, surgeries, interactive learning for medical students, and some platforms which could be like an open resource education platforms, Coursera, Udemy courses, are there up to the level of that students or medical student can use it or can have it. Now, related to the studies about healthcare, telemedicine, and AI, again, as it's shown that United States was the highest, let's say, papers published from United States, followed by India and China, which means that now some of the developing countries are also trying to come in the pipeline as well. And the number and the statistics of documents shows that there was a raise. Until now, it's raising. So it's a hot topic. It's a trendy topic as well. The future trends is to have a wearable tech merging with telemedicine. So people can wear smartwatches, and the smartwatches will be for telemedicine. Ethical implications of AI usage, as we mentioned, the privacy, the security of patient records and photos are crucial and vital, and this could be on a national level, consideration, and international level as well. Scaling personalized telehealth services globally. Now, healthcare, telemedicine, and entrepreneurship. Defining healthcare entrepreneurship. Now, this is one of the aspects could be taken as well in consideration, that we need to have more focus on entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship in the field of healthcare and telemedicine. These are some of the successful examples, like you have a digital pharmacy platforms. You can focus on telemedicine solutions. Potential markets, as we mentioned, or it's mentioned, that the rural healthcare and aging population, as well as you could have business models that could be highlighted, like pay-per-use. There is a concept in marketing, pay-per-click. This is called pay-per-use. And there is a subscription, there is a business-to-business services. And the venture capital trends in telehealth startups could be taken into consideration as well. Building a brand trust through hospital partnerships, like collaboration with different stakeholders. Digital campaigns, like using social media, pay-per-click, we have search engine optimization, and how that could be implemented very well. These are some of the examples that are worldwide implemented, but how that could be implemented in different contexts and cultures, and will the culture accept that? Program teaching of entrepreneurial skills, and here we could highlight on how medical students could be given entrepreneurship education, or as a courses of entrepreneurship education, to change the mindset towards going to entrepreneurship, innovation, and critical thinking, innovative thinking. AI and telemedicine training courses in business schools could be one of the trends that could be tackled by different schools, the collaboration by different schools, business, management, social sciences, medicine, engineering, IT. Now it's the time to do that. Mentorship platform for healthcare entrepreneurs. There might be a key success for, let's say, entrepreneurs in the healthcare industry, how the mentorship program could be given to the new, young, let's say, entrepreneurs in the healthcare industry. Scaling telemedicine startup globally, entrepreneurial opportunities in prevention healthcare, bridging the gaps between the medical education and the entrepreneurial skills, relating topics towards whatever mentioned, taking it from business and marketing and edutech, cross-industry collaboration. The revenue opportunities could be by having AI-powered health apps and applications, telemedicine subscriptions that could generate income to the entrepreneurs, marketing synergies that could be patient-centric campaigns. Now you have the data, you have a digital customer experience, how to make that on patients and how to satisfy customers' needs and wants, which are the patients. Example, influencer marketing, content marketing strategies are vital in healthcare industry because it's one of the, as mentioned, we do have a medical tourism. EdTech enabling healthcare transmission by training professional to adopt AI and entrepreneurial skills, but this needs that the educational institutions might need to rethink about, is it a traditional way of education? Is it a modern one? Are you going to use different labs? Interactive learning platform for skills upgrade. Some case studies about telemedicine startups with universities bridging the gaps between innovation and entrepreneurship. It's not enough to have the innovation, the IP, then you will need to commercialize it. So how you should do that and how you could do that and how you could create startups and SMEs. These might be two different directions. Vision for future, and this would be my last slide, is about leveraging AI and innovation for healthcare improvements, amplifying innovations through marketing, EdTech fostering healthcare leaders. So thank you very much, and I'll be more than happy to be in touch with you for any questions or any inquiries. Thank you very much again for hosting me, and I wish we can meet in next occasions as well. Thank you very much.
Inshallah, you are welcome, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Isam Hussein from Facility of College and Business, Economic and Business, Muscat. Our next guest, Professor Tomoki Murayama from Japan.
Excuse me.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Excuse me. So I'm now the Kubota. So I'm the second speaker.
You are welcome, Professor Kubota.
Okay.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm Naoki Kubota from Tokyo Metropolitan University, Japan. So thank you very much for your invitation. So in order to deal with real-world data in real time efficiently, we focus on topological approach in our research. So if we can extract topological features and structures, so we can apply them to the inference, prediction, optimization, and analyze in topological big data by using topological intelligence. So the definition of topological twin is very simple. This is just extended from the definition of digital twin. The aim of topological twin is to extract topological structures hidden in the physical space and reproduce them in the cyberspace, and also to simulate and analyze the physical space in the cyberspace. Okay, so I skip the detail. So this is today's main topic. So this shows a trailer has developed as a living laboratory. So if we can bring this trailer house to the parking space of the hospital or elderly house, so many people can know various user experience with AI and robot. So therefore, we call this system user experience, UX delivery service. So we can measure and estimate cognitive and physical ability through real escape game without using boring math exercise nor physical tests. So we try to use this trailer living laboratory for healthcare. So this is a main goal of our research. So this shows the sensor layout. So we use so many different types of sensors and robot in the system. One of them is a shearing robot. So this robot can support human daily life, and also so we can measure human behaviors to avoid the occlusion. Okay, so this shows one example of the privacy protection. So if we can generate this kind of movies from the real measurement data and behavioral estimation, so we can protect. So we can protect the privacy. So in elderly monitoring, and then so we can generate this kind of movies. As a result, we can use this kind of movie for the machine learning for healthcare, elderly care, and rehabilitation support. Okay, so this is the advantage of our research, and also so we can analyze this kind of behaviors. This is used for human elderly cognitive ability estimation. So here there are many sensors is included in the block, and then so we can analyze human behaviors and so cognitive thinking through the test. So this is an estimation of human physical muscle activation. Of course, we don't use any marker or any wearable devices. We just use RGB depth data from outside. And then so we can estimate everything by using very so many sensors in this area. Okay, so we can apply this system for the real escape games. So actually, so exercise and so cognitive so dementia prediction exercise is really boring, but so they can enjoy the escape game, and then without knowing the measurement, so we can measure human physical and cognitive ability. This is a point. And then so we can deliver this kind of user experience by using terahertz. So and also so we can measure so daily activities and hobbies. So now, so we are building the startup business in Japan, and then so we try to use the elementary technologies for the AI application. So and then so we can popularize healthcare gamification. This is the aim of my research. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's all.
Mu'nis, thank you so much for your presentation.
Yeah.
Now the next presenter, it's Dr. Mohammed Al-Shamsi. Is Dr. Mohammed there?
Yes, I'm hearing you, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Mohammed.
No.
The floor for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Hanadi, for your invitation. I'm very glad to attend this conference with you. And I think you want me to speak in English. I'll try my best. We have actually, instead of presenting an idea and information, I rather prefer to present for you our experience and our real practice through 20 years or over 20 years. So we have actually a project. We have already achieved our idea, and our product is already in the market. So the idea was started before 22 years that we have to explore or research in the area where nobody touched it, which is actually our desert, or the Arabian land desert. So my research, Mohammed Al-Dharif Al-Shamsi, was a researcher of wild herbal medicine. It was impossible issue in the beginning, but now actually we have achieved a lot of results, and we have been involving many of the laboratories overseas and local and universities and scientific people in this project. Now we are glad to tell you that we have been achieved a number of herbal medicine scientifically. It's not just herbal medicine, which is the domestic one, but it is scientific like any medicine. And this medicine made of wild herb in the desert. Because we chose the desert because the herb in that area is still not touched, still not contaminated, and also not a subject for the pesticide and fertilizer, which is the chemical toxic. Since that time, we have been able to produce a herbal medicine for the human being, and also for the cosmetics. These are all it's high standard, and also we are now on the agriculture and animals. So really, we have been covered both, including now the essential oil. I don't know if you hear me well now, Doctor.
Yes,
Hello?
go ahead.
Okay, very good. So actually, we have succeed, and some of our products are already published on international scientific journal in America and different places, and even in Kuwait, we have awarded silver medal before maybe 10 years. So really, we have fantastic product. We have been able to tell you now how we reach this. We have been studies the herbal, and we have been traveling in all Arabian Peninsula desert. Are you talking me? And we have been really achieve a lot. Now, this is the advantage of utilizing the natural source. It is to have the discovery. You have to look for the place where is not being touched or nobody try, which is we found is the desert is one of the more potential. Now our products, I'm just telling you what has happened. I'm not telling you what is the theory, which is for could be done or not. I'm saying about the product, which is already in hand, already in the market. And since 20 years, we are treating a disease, very harmful disease like psoriasis, which is everybody knows this disease is uncurable. You just go to the internet, you find every health authority will tell you this is, you have to live with it. Now, psoriasis can be cured. It's already cured with hundreds. And also eczema. Now the asthma is, everybody say asthma is, you have to live with it. Asthma is can be treated in 90 days only. Doesn't matter if it is 30 years being suffering. Now the cost is nothing. If you treat asthma, for example, I'm just trying to give an example from the reality, from the actual. So I don't want to talk just like just general information. Any patient suffering of asthma or psoriasis, he need a treatment a yearly over 100,000 dirham. I'm talking about UAE dirham, or say maybe around 10,000 dinar, Kuwaiti dinars. Now, even if this cost, they will never get cured. By our product can be cured within 3 months with less than $1,000, 3,000 dirham, 300 Kuwaiti dinar. Now, this is all. I hope my computer was working. It was actually failed to work on the desktop, but I can show you the cases. I can show you the hundreds. And we are exporting already this product to the international pharmaceutical company. And mashallah, it is spread around the world, GCC and many countries, even some Europe and Australia. So therefore, now where's our treasury? Treasury is the desert. I'm a person who born and he's been traveling in this desert 40 years or 45 years, and I know every single plant and what is the use of it. That's why when I went there, I don't have a problem to identify the medicinal plant from our Arabian desert, which is there are very few herbal is there or plants, but there are real high efficient. This is proved now scientifically. We are using 3 laboratories from France. We're using the Al Qura University, Chennai University, Egypt Central Laboratory, and in the UAE Central Laboratory, and everybody engaged. We work in the high class. So we'll go back now to the discovery or research. If we have to research, if we have to support our economy, we have to discover something new. We cannot sit and waiting other country to export for us every single things, but we have to work. I'm retired actually from the government and very position in the petroleum company, but that doesn't stop me to start my project. My project now, we have alhamdulillah, we have the big land award given by the government for medicinal plants. And we have the factory, can produce around 100 products. And we are capable to cooperate with any party, either export to them or import from them. And we work really in a good project. Now, any project, I'm an expert in industrial, actually, since my early age. You cannot make a project or factory or production if you do not have the source. Now, most of our GCC country, for example, factory or manufacturing, they are only bringing the raw material from outside and mix it with the water or with other solution and pack it and send it. These cannot be say factory. You are not factory. You are just mixing the other side product. Our business is different. We are starting from grow the plant in the desert or in our similar to the desert land. We harvest it, we extract it, we take the natural ingredient, we manufacture it, we pack it, and we give it to the customer under our guarantee. So we don't need to import something from outside. Even the expertise, we are using our own expertise. So that's why we have permanent project. Anybody want to plan his project, you have to think first about the source, where he going to get his material. Don't make a building and some machine from China or from Europe, building from different supplier, and then you get the raw material from outside and you pack it. What's your discovery in this? What you are giving to the country? You have to make everything from your own source. Okay, sources, there are still 100 places not been touched or not been surveyed, because our survey here only most of our research on the hello, sorry.
Go ahead. معك
Okay.
نسمعك تفضل.
Okay, the screen was gone. Most of the research, I want to point this one, and please take notes. We have been 100, 220 year and 40 and 50 year research by university, by a research center, and we spend million. But show me one product. There is no product. We make the research. We reach to the very encouragement products, and we publish it on the journal and put it on the file, and it is gone, die. And the person who discovered it, he was afraid to show to the people, maybe they will steal it from him, and he also died. So we lose all our research for 50 years back. So therefore, there is no, this is what we discover is not for me, because I'm going to leave this world. So it should stay for the people, and that's why in our Sunnah, you cannot hide the knowledge. You have to tell everything, otherwise it will be questioned. Therefore, we are ready to cooperate with anybody. We are going to teach everybody now. We are starting a training center also to teach the people about the wild herb, about their use, about their extraction, about and we are not going to follow the standard practice which the people use, and that delay us 100 years. We are our own method. We have started our own technique to reach our target now, and we know there is no similar product in GCC country or in Arab Middle East or in many of our area country. So we have to go beyond this, routine which is implemented. You have to do this. You have to do according to this. We have now established really.
Mr. Mohammed, something wrong with him. Thanks a lot, Mr. Mohammed Al-Shamsi, the Director of Research and Development, Abi Botanical Corporation. Okay.
Okay.
Fadal.
Okay. You tell me if I finish my time. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Yes, your time is over. Accept our apology, Dr. Mohammed. We have the speakers from Japan.
Okay.
Would you present them, please?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now with Professor Tomoki Murayama, Medical Director, Kyushu University Hospital.
Thank you for introduction. I'm Dr. Tomoki Murayama from Kyushu University Hospital, Japan. So I'd like to start my presentation. Okay, today I'd like to introduce our telemedicine activity connecting international doctors. Okay, before starting my presentation, I'd like to have a brief introduction of our university hospital, having more than 1,200 beds and around 1,000 medical doctors working for it. It's the second largest university hospital in Japan. So that, as you know, now that the world is moving to the aging society like that. Japan is already in quite a hyper-aging society, and Kuwait is also it's going to the aging society like that. But this is just a global tendency, as you see. This is a Kuwait situation. Now just 7.6% of the people is over 60 years old, but for the maybe in 2050, around 40% of the population will be more than 60 years old. This is so-called aging society, just like us. And now that we are almost exit of the pandemic, but before the pandemic, the NCD is a very big issues for us. Because NCD kills 41 million people every year, which is occupied 71% of all deaths in the world. The most important factor is increased life expectancy, and of course there is other reasons such as the slow progression of macro-level policies to address NCDs and local and regional medical disparities. But anyway, we should think how to tackle with non-communicable diseases such as central vascular diseases, cancers, respiratory diseases, and diabetes. Okay, so for the central vascular diseases like a stroke or the heart attack, it's quite important to avoid diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, and smoking. And for the cancer, early diagnosis and minimal invasive treatment is quite important. Okay, this is the situation in Kuwait. The prevalence of obesity is becoming higher and higher, unfortunately, and also prevalence of hypertension is quite high like that, and still tobacco use is very high. And furthermore, population with diabetes is increasing like that. So many of you have some risk of these kind of central vascular diseases, and also talking about the cancer, the estimated number of cancers in Kuwait will increase like that. So it's quite important to share the knowledge of the experience about how to tackle with this hyper-aging society between Japan and Kuwait, I think. But Japan has a bit different situation. As I said, we are already in the very hyper-aging society, so that's why the cancer incidence is quite high comparing to the global standard. But comparing to its incidence, mortality is low like that. I myself the gastroenterologist, so I'd like to watch the gastric cancer status like that. The incidence of gastric cancer is quite high in Japan, but its mortality is almost 1/3 of its incidence. But in other countries, the incidence and mortality is almost same. So what's the difference between Japan and other countries? This is just my private opinions, but we have a lot of many health providers, and medical cost is very cheap compared to the other countries, because almost all of them are covered by national health insurance systems. So the patient only should pay for the 30% of medical costs, and 70% will come from government or companies they are working for. And all the medical cost will be set by the government at a cheap price. And we have a very good health checkup system with very cheap cost also. And based on those situations, the most of the cancer and diseases will be diagnosed at a very early stage, and the minimum treatment will be done for such diseases. And we have a lot of medical companies which providing the various modalities and equipments. But I think the most important part is education. We have shared our knowledge and experience with our juniors and also provided from our seniors. Like that, on daily basis, we have been provided many education from doctors, and also we have provided our knowledge and experience to juniors like that. So that our hospital have accepted many foreign trainees like that. Almost before the pandemic, we have accepted more than 60 trainees every year like that, mainly from Asian countries. Okay, just like that. Well, these kinds of the human exchange program is quite useful for medical education. Sometimes we go abroad to share our knowledge and experience like that. But unfortunately, this kind of activity is unsustainable due to the time or the travel cost or something like that. So we started the telemedicine activity to make this kind of education sustainable. By the combination of on-site training and the telemedicine, we can make this kind of medical education sustainable and fruitful. Okay, so we have expanded this kind of activities with the various countries and the regions and the continents like that. And for medical doctors, especially for surgeons and endoscopists, the learning the techniques and the tips from experts is also quite important. For the medical congress, this kind of especially in foreign countries, this kind of the live demonstration is quite popular. But for the guest faculty from abroad, it's very difficult to do some procedure at a different hospital due to the language barrier or the different situation and the different team members, and sometimes they feel some jet lag. So we have conducted this kind of the live demonstration from the hospital they're usually working for. Using this kind of the internet, this is, of course, this is just a telemedicine that they can, the guest faculty can feel very convenient to do to show their procedures and techniques to the audience in the main venue of the Congress. These are our contents. As you can see, we have a variety of contents. I myself, the endoscopist, so that's why the endoscopy is the first, followed by surgery, pediatrics, oncology, and something like that. So we have organized more than 1,900 events connecting more than 1,060 institutions in 83 countries. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we cannot go anywhere, as of course, as you know. And at the beginning, no one knows what is happening about these new diseases. So that's why we have conducted the international teleconference on COVID 3 times in early 2020. And this conference was broadcasted via Zoom and YouTube, and more than 4,000 people joined joined our teleconference to learn what is happening in the Asian countries and how to protect the medical staff from new diseases. Of course, in the pandemic, it's so trouble for us, but for the telemedicine guys, there is some good situation, because due to this situation, internet connectivity has been dramatically improved in various countries. Before the pandemic, we cannot do any good teleconference with those developing countries due to the poor internet situation. But during and after the pandemic, we can do a very good discussion with good image quality and sound quality. Of course, such kind of telecommunication system itself has been dramatically improved. Before the pandemic, to do a live demonstration, we should prepare many engineers with complicated system like that. But now we just prepared one engineer and with simple telecommunication system. This is good enough to broadcast a live demonstration. That means reverse type live demonstration can be done. That means usually in the live demonstration, experts show their techniques and tips to the young doctors. But due to the easier setting of live demonstration, now young doctors and surgeons can show their skills and techniques to experts in remote areas like that. This is a remote endoscopy training between Australia and Palau Island. So nowadays, for doctors in those areas, it's quite nice to have an education from experts. So this is a number of our telemedicine activities before, during, and after the pandemic. The number have not been so changed regardless of the pandemic. Okay, nowadays, Of course, in Japan, the internet connection is more stable and becomes more larger. So that's why now they're using the dedicated internet connection. We can do some kind of remote instruction. So that this is a test connecting Kyushu University Hospital, our hospital, and expert in Sapporo, 1,004 kilometers away from our city. So from the expert in Hokkaido, we got some of the remote instruction about the laparoscopic surgery simultaneously. And now the robotic surgery is quite popular in Japan, and we already made a clinical practice guideline for telesurgery. Passing the access right of the console for robotic surgery, nowadays we will be able to do a live surgery in the remote areas like that. Okay, this is my wrap up. That telemedicine is useful for sustainable medical education. Nowadays, we can share medical knowledge, experiences, and techniques among countries on a daily basis. Telemedicine can contribute to filling local, regional, and global medical gaps. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Professor Tomoki Murayama, Medical Director, Kyoto University Hospital.